Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. How are y'all doing? It's time for the pod. Look, first things first, Amari Cooper traded for a third round pick. What do you guys feel about that? I think it's fair comp.
Well, first and foremost, it's about the compensation. I think the compensation is actually great considering the fact that, well,
You're only
they gave up
giving
what a
half a
fifth for?
season. Yeah.
Yeah, and they gave up a fifth for Amari, right?
They gave up a fifth. They had to pair a six with Amari Cooper in 2025. But they had like 3 extra 6th round picks this year.
Yeah, so you actually gotten more after 2 seasons of 1,200 yard production from Amari Cooper than you did when you traded for him. So
Yeah.
objectively, it's a win as far as the compensation goes.
Yeah.
Um, I think the issue, and then it leads into what we were going to talk about the day before the trade even broke, is this is a white flag being waved officially. Like that's what it is. This is, hey man, it's over. We ain't we ain't doing nothing this year. It's not gonna go the way we thought it was gonna go. It's cooked.
Well, I think it's kind of reshuffling the deck too. Like it's part of that. You're 1-5 right now. Well, what 1-5, right?
You're one
Yep.
and five, so
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
one
think
and
they're.
five. Amari's not playing well in this offense. He's not playing well with this quarterback. And they have made the decision that this is the quarterback that they're going to play, right? Remember, you don't just say this guy gives us the best chance to win because you're going to bench him next week. You say that like it's going to be the same guys in that quarterback room next week and the week after that. So, I mean, that's a statement of saying you're going to ride this out for a longer period of time than I think we want. We'll see what they do after this game on Sunday because I think that's going to be a kind of a reality check for the environment that this fan base is in. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't working. They did not feel like Coop was going to be part of the solution for the problem that it was. And that is what it is. Look, I mean, did you really need the Browns to wave a white flag right now? We got the worst quarter. Like, I don't think the waving the white flag is starting 4. Like that's what waving the white flag is. Like this trade could have happened with a different quarterback or not. It might not have been the end of the season. It might have been the end of the season. But because Coop's getting old, he's not coming back after this year, no matter what happened. So, like this trade was kind of inevitable. We knew that he wasn't going to be on the team in 2026. The question was like, how would it go? There was a dip in his play. This makes sense. And it was a hot wide receiver market for him. Honestly, I think even if the Browns were doing well or like at 2-2 or something like that, and they got a third round pick offer for Amari Cooper, they probably would have took it, especially with how Jerry Judy's been playing. So I think this is just them being strategic. But the season like isn't over technically. They're not eliminated from the playoffs. But you don't have any hope as long as Deshaun's out there and as long as they're not willing to put the backup in. I don't think this trade kind of illuminates that more. It's just they're not willing to put the backup in. They're going to ride Deshaun out. We know what that's going to be, losing football.
Hey man, I'm willing to say it. If nobody else is willing to say it, the season is over. They're done. And to me, this is just an admission. This is them admitting it without actually saying it. Yeah, it's over. Like we know it's over. We're not gonna make the playoffs, bro. With the way that Deshaun Watson is playing, I'm not sure they're gonna win another game. I can't say with any confidence that they're gonna win another game. Like, I can't, especially with the rest of with what the rest of the schedule looks like. I can't look at you. I cannot look at anybody in their face and say, "Oh yeah, the Browns gonna win that game."
Well, the schedule doesn't look that tough. The problem isn't the schedule. The problem isn't anything that has anything to do with what's in the Browns' way. The problem is that the Browns are in the Browns' way. That's just it. Like, with how Deshaun Watson's playing, yeah, you're probably not going to win that many games. Is it possible that Deshaun pops off a random good game? Sure. He's certainly capable of popping off a random good game, winning a game here or there. But, I mean, again, like we've known this to be the case since the Washington game. That's not a quarterback you can win games with. The season has been whatever you want to call it since the Washington game. in every week since that you continue to put Watson out there. Because we know what it is. That was the end of all hope that you're going to be able to squeeze some kind of winning quarterback play out of this situation. That was it. So, like, whether the season is over or not, I just find to be a pointless distinction to make. Like, is it over? Is it not? Who cares? They have no hope right now. That's the point. They could be 8 games. They could win 6 more games in a row. I still don't trust the quarterback situation. They can get to 8-8. I don't trust the quarterback situation. I don't trust this quarterback situation. They somehow found a way to get to 9-8 and make the playoffs. Well, we think they're going to win a playoff game? Like, at the point, what point did everybody decide, hey, man, this team's not going to be able to win a playoff game? That's probably what? When they lost to New York?
Oh, yeah, when they lost to the Giants. When they were touchdown favorites coming into the game, by the way.
It is what it is. At this point, it's more about how you're going to handle the fallout, right? And I think this is a good move in handling the fallout. I wish they would be more proactive like this with other things.
Q, you know what the craziest part about it is? You know what the craziest part is? The most indefensible part about it, from my perspective, I don't know if anybody else paid attention. They have already benched players for their performance. They've already done that. DeJuan Jones, Ethan Potich, because they started Nick Harris.
No, Ethan Potich is hurt.
Is he hurt?
Yeah, Curtis, isn't he on the injury report?
Is he on the injury report?
He got hurt. He didn't play last week because of his ankle. He got hurt.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No. If Ethan Potich could have played, I promise you they would have put him in over Mike Dunn.
Hey, they started Nick Harris. I was like, hey, Ethan Potich, they gave up 17. I was like, maybe they just was like, hey, let's see what Nick can do. But okay, so not Ethan Potich. Quentin Jefferson. They're already telling you.
Man, can we talk about how Quentin Jefferson even got a fucking job to begin with? I don't know what led to this. And you know what? I'm getting on him because so many. There was a Quentin Jefferson hive here talking about Q. Why you ain't talking about Quentin Jefferson? He's a beast. I think he had 9 fluke ass sacks in New York last year. Is that the case, Curtis?
8.5, something like that.
Similar to that, but similar to that.
And I was like, I don't know, man. I've never really paid attention to this dude while he was on the Jets. I see him in the preseason for 3 games. I'm like, well, this guy fucking sucks. I'm glad they did something about it. But hey, it should probably be before I notice they fucking suck. But anyways, it's just this team has an issue with being proactive. I don't want them to be reactive, right? I don't want them to be like New York is and they're just flailing and trading for everybody and firing a coach here or there. That's a recipe to be a disaster as well. But when you realize that you have enough evidence to prosecute the case, what the fuck are we waiting for? Right? The Deshaun Watson case has been prosecutable since Washington. The Quentin Jefferson case has been prosecutable since week 2 in the preseason, in my opinion.
Can I point something out really quick?
Let's go.
Framing all of this in a legal sense is certainly a choice.
Hey, man, when I get pissed off, I start speaking like a lawyer. That's how you know I'm furious. All right? When I'm starting to use my big words... When I'm starting to, because in my mind, I'm trying to compartmentalize and rationalize my anger in a way that does not spill out in an unpleasant manner. This team is making me furious. Okay. This is if I sound like a lawyer, this team has made me furious. Because this is how I get when I get furious. Okay. They have enough to say, hey, we don't need to start them anymore. I was talking to Jake about this, and he made the excellent point. We're acting like Watson has had this great career with Cleveland, and we're trying to give him a great, we're treating this how the Steelers treated Big Ben when he was cooked. We're like, hey, we're going to give him the season. That's our guy. This guy's done nothing for this franchise. except for be the most polarizing player to ever touch the field for this organization. The most polarizing football player since O.J. Simpson in the 90s. And we out here talking about we got to give him a graceful exit. Why?
What has he done to deserve a graceful exit?
He's done nothing. I swear to God, if I see a thank you for tweet once he's gone, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Because what the fuck are we thanking him for?
I hope they don't even say it.
Just quietly announce that you released it the same way you do when you release Sam Kamara. Okay? Don't make no big deal out of it. What we going to do, have a video highlight that lasts 10 seconds?
It's the Ravens game. Oh God, they suck, man. They suck, and he sucks.
It sucks. We know what the problem is. You know what this is like? It's like watching somebody you care about refuse to get care. You're like, hey, you're sick. You need to go to the hospital. You need this treatment they have for this thing that you're sick for. And they're like, nah, I'm going to let it play out. And you're just like, you're going to kill yourself. Please just get the treatment. You're taking so much down with you. This is what it feels like watching the Browns on Sunday. Because you know what the problem is. You know what the solution is. You can do the solution. They're just not willing to do it.
I can't even say it makes me sad, man. I just kind of feel like I'm checked out at this point. It's like, why am I
in the point of being sad, man? Like it's just angry. It's not even anger inducing. It's just like
disappointing and just
it's irritating. That's ridiculous. What it is.
Like it's like, dude sucks, man. There's no other way to say it. The data is overwhelming. If the empirical evidence is overwhelming, this dude is back in the fucking. It's not close. He's getting for Drake May had his first start with the New England Patriots this past Sunday. He threw 3 touchdowns against the Texans. Do you think Deshaun Watson can throw 3 touchdowns against the Houston Texans right now?
He just asked me if I think Deshaun Watson can throw three passing touchdowns in the game.
Yes. Do you think he could do that? Do you think he could do that right now?
I mean, in a very specific circumstance, I think he could. In that specific circumstance is if he gets the ball 10 times on the 1 yard line, I think he might be able to get 3 passing touchdowns in that scenario.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. He is the worst quarterback in the NFL. Rookies are performing better. You cannot begin to talk to me about anything else with this football team other than the fucking starting quarterback we have. The data is so overwhelming. It's not even about him being the worst quarterback in the NFL. We're talking about quite possibly the worst quarterback the Cleveland Browns have ever had.
Man, we're talking about the worst player in the NFL. What do you mean worst quarter? He's the worst at his position than anybody else is. Dead serious.
I can't disagree.
Like he's the worst starting player at his position than anybody else in the league.
He's just bad, man. It's bad. He's awful. And people are defending him like, dog, y'all not watching the tape close enough. And people are going to bring up the second half against Philadelphia. I'm like, oh, okay, like, did we score a touchdown? Did we win the game? I mean, that was another winnable game that you could have won if you just scored a touchdown. But dog, this man can't even do that. Like, get this man out of here. It's over with. It's done. There's
Our
no need
bar
to hide
has
it.
just, even the people defending him have lowered their bar to just being happy he made 10 passes in a row.
Like, woo, you made 10 passes.
We're not even talking about the fact that like 6 of them was screens. I think one of them was a dump off behind the line of scrimmage that went for negative fucking yards.
Oh my God. He's the worst, man. He's the worst.
And look,
How can
I'm
you
under
defend
no
it?
delusion that like if you bench Deshaun Watson, all of a sudden you're gonna go undefeated and run to the fucking Super Bowl because the rest of the team is that damn good. It's not that case. It's just it's gotta be better than this.
You could be even
And it's one thing
better.
to be bad. It's another thing to be miserable and bad. And you're miserable and bad. Go ahead. My bad, Curtis. Go ahead.
You could, if the thing is, and I think Colb tweeted out, if we had any other quarterback besides him, things are probably different. Your offense wouldn't be the worst in terms of efficiency. And that's the thing people don't understand. Like the team, everyone thinks that this team stinks because the quarterback stinks. The defense is fine. The offense is just abysmal because you have a quarterback that doesn't know how to hit an over route and go through progressions the right way. Like, he makes it like it's so frustrating for people to understand this concept. It's so like I don't get it.
Yeah. Okay, Curtis, I know exactly what you're talking about on Twitter. This is what I said, just so people understand.
Yeah, I didn't know before. I can't remember it, honestly.
Our guy Dennis, everybody know Dennis. If you don't know
Shout
Dennis,
out
I'm
Dennis.
sorry. Shout out Dennis. He said the Browns and the Jaguars are the exact same team. I said no. If the Jaguars had our quarterback, they would be 0-6. If we had Trevor Lawrence, I'm pretty positive we'd be 4-2 right now.
I don't know. I'm not going to act like I've watched enough Trevor Lawrence to know if Trevor Lawrence is like playing super well. I mean, it's probably true. Like, it doesn't take much. We don't even need to do this, Colb. If Daniel Jones was the quarterback, we would be 4-2. Like, we don't even need to go to Trevor Lawrence route. It's not that he's just bad. It's that he's Jamarcus Russell EPA levels bad right now. He's that bad. He is not just the worst quarterback in the league. He's one of the worst quarterbacks we have seen in quite a while. Like, this is we're torturing ourselves by saying, oh, if Trevor Lawrence, of course, if a warm body with a pulse was playing quarterback, we would be better than 1-5 right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Every time I watch Deshaun Watson play, I ask myself serious questions like, is the brother really going through some crazy health situation right now that we don't know about? Because it doesn't make sense. None of this. It's like watching a player play through injury, but the injury is mental.
He can't process. He can't see what's happening in front of him.
And he ain't even that. He's not like that anymore athletically. He's not breaking those sacks like he used to. He's not staying on his feet. He's curling into a ball when he sees pressure. He ain't like that. He's not taking the hits anymore. So, yeah, congratulations. We got Deshaun Watson to play injury-free football. We're sure happy about that right now.
It's just he's mentally broken, and I would rather just send him home so he can get his shit together, because that's what it is. When you look at the tape, it's just he's a broken quarterback. I don't know if that shoulder injury broke him or it's just the fact that the outside noise is bothering to the point where he doesn't trust himself. Is just to a point where everybody's being affected because this dude doesn't know how to go through his progressions the right way and hit on an over route with timing and accuracy. Like, it's
Curtis.
We don't got to describe this in any kind of particular vocabulary, but the truth is he can't play quarterback.
Curtis, they're comparing this man to Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell wouldn't even watch film. He had to try to be that bad. Bro, we talk about the worst quarterback in the history of the Cleveland Browns since the team came back. Do you understand who this team has had play quarterback for them since the team came back. Thad Lewis. Kevin Hogan. Cody goddamn Kessler.
And I know people are like, the most idiotic take I hear is the be careful what you wish for, Cleveland. You might lose him. And then he's going to do what Baker Mayfield did.
No, the fuck he's not. No, the fuck he's not.
Baker Mayfield was 26 when we got rid of him, right? Deshaun Watson will be 30. Two, who in the world is signing up for Deshaun Watson right now?
His career's over.
NFL team. His career's done. We're just allowed. The only people extending Deshaun Watson's NFL career is the Cleveland Browns. The day we're done with him, he's not in the league anymore.
This motherfucker probably wouldn't get a spot on an XFL roster at this point, bro. What are you talking about?
The XFL would not find the baggage worth it.
He won't even go to the CFL at this point.
What's he gonna do? Bring new fans?
Like, what is he gonna do? For what?
He ain't even like that. He's not Johnny Manziel where he could be toxic and go places. Because at least Johnny Manziel's popular. This dude's popular for one thing.
Talking about, bro.
Talking about we gonna miss out. I'll be, you know what? If somebody else got Pro Bowl years out of Deshaun Watson, good for fucking you, dog. It ain't worth it no more to me. Good for you. I'm good. I have absolute. Deshaun Watson can win 2 fucking Super Bowls after he leaves Cleveland. I will have zero regret from moving on from him right now. I'm done. He stinks. He's bad. He's awful. It's not good.
He has a better chance of winning a Grey Cup than win the damn Super Bowl. If you don't get out of here,
nothing. You know what he gonna win?
No.
The bank account awards. That's it. That's it. Go cash them big ass checks and go away.
Dog.
That's it.
Listen to the names. This motherfucker is worse than Spurgeon Wynn. Trent Dilfer. Johnny Mansell. Colt McCoy. Hold on, man. I just got pissed off. Brandon fucking Weed. Oh, Brian Hoyer. Oh, God. Brady Quinn, man. Think of all the fucking losers we've had start games for the Cleveland Browns. He's worse than all of them. Oh, God. Bro, what did we do? What did we do?
Hey, man. Turn the page and get to next year. That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. And don't let me forget. Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey was better than this motherfucker. Oh, I can't even imagine what Ken Dorsey's thinking watching him. God damn, man! Even I could do this shit.
I don't know how you can't coach it. Like, what you gonna do? Try to coach it?
Oh man,
Curtis, he's playing so bad right now that you don't even coach this at this point. Like, this is the shit that coaches stop talking to you about. Like, when you play this bad, coaches stop talking to you. That's what happens.
They don't even look your way in the film room. They just look at you for a second and they just shake their head and move on. Trust me. I've seen players get that treatment before.
Mm-hmm. When you're sitting here like, man, 10 out of 11. And it's not like, this wasn't like Baker Mayfield where he went 24 or 23 at the end of that Cincinnati game and he made a game-winning throw, like where he was absolutely cooking. Or it wasn't even like when he did the same thing 14 to 14 against Baltimore when Deshaun did that. This was not the same thing. This was a 10 of 10 of us running plays that literally require you to look one place and throw the ball no matter what. And we're like, man, he went 10 out of 10. And that feels like being excited because your quarterback is breathing.
Doug, do people understand? This motherfucker is worse than Seneca Wallace.
Yeah, Coach, they understand. I promise you, they understand.
Bro, I
We
can't
don't gotta
believe
keep. You gonna piss everybody off? No more
they
names.
should be pissed
No more
off.
names. We are already pissed. We are. We
Jake,
know. We get it.
washed up Jake DeLone. Bruce Cat. This guy fucking sucks. Oh my god. Oh, he's the worst quarterback we've ever fucking had, man. Oh
Yeah.
man. That first 100-yard game that Amari Cooper has with Josh Allen is gonna piss me off so fucking much.
Honestly, it's not gonna piss me off. Why would it piss me off? Because it would only piss me off, Colb, if I thought it was possible. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for
I
him.
want to live through Amari Cooper because I want to know what it's like to not have to watch this shit every Sunday.
No,
Like,
you know why it pisses me off, Q? You know what? I'll tell you why it pisses me off, Q. Because we've had to listen to these motherfuckers tell us that it was everything else with the offense that was the problem. Everything around the quarterback that was the problem. And when he has his first 100-yard game, he might have it on Sunday. To be completely, he might have it on Sunday. When he has that 100-yard game with Josh Allen, I might go crazy on time.
yeah, man. Look, them people been wrong about this thing. Like, it is what it is. I don't even feel the need to get a victory lap on them because the world don't agree with them. They have the most unpopular take in the world if you're sitting here defending Deshaun Watson in 2024. You know how bad Deshaun Watson is? I get texts from my girlfriend who does not watch football. And she's like, yeah, man, I heard Deshaun was really bad. That's how bad he is. This dude is mainstream garbage. Like, usually when we're pointing out a player is garbage, Colb, like 30% of the fan base, the hardcore people, know that player is garbage. But everybody else who just show up to the games and shit, they don't know any better. No, Colb, this is at a point where 90% of the people who are going to show up to that stadium absolutely know that he's garbage. He's not good. He's trash. It's been what it's been. This has been the biggest. He wasn't that great. I always said he was above average in 2023. That's it. He was above average in 2023. He has somehow fallen off further from 2023 to 24 than he did from 2020 to 2023. This is where he was. I want fresh off the 700-day delay Deshaun Watson back because at least he can run a little bit better than this. This is just bad. He stinks. And you know what, Colb? I can't continue to be mad at him for stinking. At some point, I'm going to start to be mad that the people who know that he stinks keeps putting his stanky ass out there to play quarterback for this team when don't nobody think he's good. For what? For who?
You know
that's
they
where
can
I'm at.
tell.
Because what point is it being mad at Deshaun at this point? Yeah, what else are we going to say? Where's the analysis going to go from here? He's garbage. He's worse than this quarterback. He's worse than that quarterback. He's worse than this set of quarterbacks. He wouldn't make it in. Yes, you can say all these things. They are true. But at some point, you got to look at the dude who's putting them out there every Sunday and telling us that this is the guy who gives us the best chance to win.
Yeah, man. And listen, this is coming from two people who have been, I think it's fair to say, defenders of Kevin Stefanski over the years. You could even say we've been fans of Kevin since he's been here as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. You could say that. I think that's fair to say. Look, bro, if you're not willing to bench this motherfucker, you got to go too. You got to go, man. It is what it is.
And I know there's this narrative that he can't do it. He doesn't have the power to do it. I question the validity of that narrative. I don't know if this is something that he doesn't have the power to do. And I'm not sure if this is something that he wants to do. Because again, man, we can't keep creating a backstory in our minds to justify what's going on while ignoring what Kevin has said when it comes to this. And what he said was, this is the guy who gives us the best chance to win. Did not need to say that. That was him basically saying, I'm tired of answering these questions. He's the starter. That was a foolish move because now you're tied to this. Now I'm thinking he's out there because you want him out there. Now, even if you do turn around and you bench Jameis and you play Jameis for 8 weeks, yeah, you're going to get away with it. But I'm going to be like, hey, man, Jameis was pretty good. How the fuck was he not the best player to play? Or were you lying? Are you going to admit the capping on that? Like, what position did that put you in? Why would you say that? And I'm thinking he said it because he believes it in his twisted way. That somehow this is, and it's, you know what, Cole? Here's what I think he actually means. Wow. Deshaun Watson playing on Sunday isn't the best way for the Browns to win. But it's the only way for them to win some kind of points back in the battle of if this trade's a failure or not. I think it's pride. I think they've let pride take over the conversation with this football team. That's it. The only reason he's out there is because they're preying on a hope that he gets touched by Cinderella's godmother and finds some fucking talent again. And if that's the case, you're not going to look as bad for trading for him. Because they know what the reality is. They know that Jimmy Haslam didn't force him to make this fucking trade. They wanted Deshaun Watson. And it made sense why they wanted him. Deshaun was a top 5 quarterback in 2020. They wanted him. They thought it was an upgrade. They went after it. It's wrong. It didn't happen that way. You ignored some off the field elements that ended up biting you in the ass in terms of suspension and terms of quality of the play. You made a cynical decision. You got cynical results. And now you don't want to admit defeat on it. It's over. It was over in Washington. Now we're just dragging feet. Now, Cole, I compared this to a divorce. Most people who get divorced know when the divorce is about to happen the second it does. Doesn't mean that's the day those papers go through. But this is a divorce, and now we're just wondering how messy is the divorce going to be? And they making it messy as hell. Because I would really like to spare Kevin from being a casualty of this. I would really like to spare Andrew Berry from being a casualty of this. But they're making it really, really hard to spare them. Because I don't know if these people in the locker room believe in Kevin Stefanski anymore. Because he's going in on this Deshaun Watson thing. I mean, it doesn't shock me, Colb, the timing of this too, by the way. That you say that Deshaun Watson's the best option for you at quarterback, and then like the next day you got to trade Amari Cooper.
Like, come on, bro.
Almost like Amari was like, if that's the best option, get me the fuck out of here. Like, y'all not even going to try Jameis?
And I'm sure he's not the only player who feels that way. I would not be surprised. And I said this on Spaces on Twitter. We said this on Spaces on Twitter. This is the first domino. That's what that is. There is going to be a mass exodus of players that know they can still play. Probably telling Andrew Berry right now, get me the fuck out of here.
Well,
come on now.
I'm not going to go that far because I don't think you have that much power in football.
Listen, man.
You're only going to get traded if they want to trade you. So, like, we're talking about Zadarius Smith. Like, who else do you think is going to be on here? Because, like, anybody else is more valuable is not going to get traded.
And listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised.
Nick Chubb's not going to request a trade because
I'm not talking about the guys who've been here.
I'm talking about
They're not going to do that. They say Nick Chubb. Yeah. No, I ain't talking about Nick Chubb. Zadarius, I wouldn't be surprised if Dalvin was like, hey, can you trade me too?
No, I mean, like, all the guys that are going to move, Colb, are the guys that they wanted to move. Like, the 30-year-old guys who are only here because this team was in win-now mode, yeah, they're going to move them. Like, Juan Thornhill, yeah, they might move him.
I don't think they get anything for Juan. Why don't he play? Why don't he play?
I'm telling y'all right now, Juan's not as bad as y'all think he is.
It's not that I don't think he's bad. He just ain't played.
Yeah, somebody will want him. Like,
Juan's not bad. Like, everyone makes it seem like Juan's the worst safety in the world. Like, no, he's actually better than what people think. It's just there's a drop off when you watch him and then you watch Ronnie Hickman. No shade to Ronnie, but I'm like, I'd rather have Juan in there instead of Ronnie. But that's my 2 cents about it.
Yeah, Ronnie Ronnie don't play make at all. Like at least Juan tries to do some stuff, and Juan's much better in the run defense game. But again, like some of those veteran guys, yeah, you're probably gonna get rid of. That have some value. I think Za'Darius is one of them. I would say Conklin, but right now you need DeJuan to sit on the bench for his development, so you're probably gonna keep Conklin.
Yeah, you're gonna keep Conklin.
Yeah, Teller's gonna stay. Like, I mean, you're gonna get rid of some of these auxiliary pieces, but like, it's not gonna be a mass exodus.
Yeah, I'd be trying to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, everybody can't. Like, and I think a lot of the locker room understands on long-term deals. This is only gonna last one more season at most. Like, this season is it. If you're like anybody else, you're like, it's gonna end. Honestly, I don't see this lasting longer than the bye week. That's too long, in my opinion. But this is gonna come to I think they're on a 3-game homestand right now.
So when's the bye?
Like week 11.
Yeah, man, that's too long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they should have made the move this week. I thought this, in my opinion, if you're asking me if I was running the Browns, week 7 would have been like, all right, either we're convinced he can do something or we're not. Because there's no way I'm bringing him back to Cleveland to start a game again in this environment if he can't produce. And I would have benched him. They just doubled down on it. That's the super chats to get to.
Oh, Jesus.
AB finally gets a. Can you put the super chats on screen, Curtis, so I can read them?
Yeah, I got you. Can you see him now?
Yeah. AB finally got a first again, and he said, I'll make the best one pick I can. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's see the next one.
All right. Christopher says, it's only mid-October, but I feel defeated already.
Yeah, man, it's over. Like, there's no hope. If there was, and listen, I want to make this clear. If we could be optimistic about anything with this football team, I promise you we would. But there's nothing. There's nothing to be excited.
The only hope here is like that Nick Chubb goes on some kind of generational run and carries the offense. I mean, which would be possible if like I felt like the quarterback was just dead weight. Like, we'll see. Again, like they could bench Watson like in the first quarter of this game, and then shit kind of changes a bit. But the hope is like, as long as Watson's out there, people aren't going to have much hope because they know what that's going to be.
We got another super chat from Ray Rags. Colb, is Domo okay? He was trying to get you to say it's not DW Force fault on every play. LOL.
Let me tell you something about Domo, man. Let me tell you something about Domo. Domo, my dog. He be wrong a lot, but he is my dog. There's one thing I know about Domo is this. When Domo gets on the same page as me and Q, this shit is fucking over. Like, I already see him tweeting Quincy Avery today. I was like, oh yeah, he getting there. It took longer than
Avery saying. Well, how dare he poke his head out at a time like this? What is that man saying?
Quincy hasn't said anything about Watson's Raiders game.
Domo saw the
Domo is
Browns
just sending tweets at Quincy Avery.
Yes, yes. He saw the Browns film breakdown clip that I retweeted, and he quoted Quincy Avery on that, and I was like, "See, my dog getting there. He getting there. It just took a little bit longer than I wanted to, but he getting there."
Y'all argue about Evan Mobley again. I can't do this. Okay. I can't go from y'all arguing about y'all got to wrap this shit up before the Cavs season starts, right? Like, y'all got to get on the same page because I got to hear y'all argue about Evan Mobley and this at the same time. I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, we done with this. This is over. QB thing is over. Get ready for the Evan Mobley arguments, though. They on the way. I can tell they on the way.
Good God, the Evan Mobley arguments.
All right, we got another super chat. This is from your boy Corey. Deshaun is so historically bad that it's covering up how historically bad Bo Nix is in Denver.
Hey, man.
He's worse than fucking Bo Nix.
You know, I've not met a single person I trust that was at the Senior Bowl that doesn't have the same like tech of it that I had coming from it. Where I was like, wow, that looks like a 4th round pick. Like,
He's worse than Bo Nix, man.
we're definitely not as functional as the Denver Broncos are with Bo Nix.
Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
This isn't necessarily a super chat, but Mike Rodriguez said this. Jed and Greg Newsome are not shining examples of AB's first round selections. I kind of got a problem with that. I think Greg Newsome is a decent corner. He's not the worst, but I don't think he's like completely ass. As far as Jed goes, he's like a middle of the road, average left tackle. Of course, when they took him over Tristan Wirfs, I'm like, yeah, it was a bad pick, but the way people talk about Jed like he's the worst tackle to ever play, I'm like, I don't know. Have you seen Mekhi Becton when he was with the Jets? Yeah,
I would say this. He's hit some singles. Like that's what Jed's a single. Like you could do a lot worse than Jed in the first round. And then I think Greg Newsome again, you could draft way worse corners than Greg Newsome, especially where you drafted Greg Newsome at the back end of the first round. Honestly, Greg Newsome's kind of a success. Like if you just look at the hit rate for corners at the back end of the draft, Greg Newsome's not a failed pick here. I don't know why people are so quick to put him in there. I understand that the man has issues, but right now, I mean, like teams just know that they can run him run him horizontally, and the Browns don't really have an answer for that because other problems going on with this fucking team. But again, it's hard to earnestly evaluate the defense when I think that they have no soul because of the offense. And then with the Jet thing, yeah, man, the Jet one's just a mid first round pick. Like it just is what it is. Like if it's not like he drafted like great, we forget that. How do we forget that? Like we know what the floor is for a first round pick. You could draft Greg Robinson easily in the top 5 of the first round. You could draft Chance Warmack or what's his name? Justin Gilbert.
Oh my God, Justin Gilbert.
Yeah, like we're acting like they're that level of player. They are clearly not that level of player. It's just like, oh yeah, if you spun a second round pick on Jed Wills, you'd be fine with it. If you spun a second round pick on Greg Newsome, you would be fine with it. It's just that their first round picks that they feel a little underwhelming, but it's not like it's like, oh, you're disqualified from taking first round picks because you took those two. That's kind of a bad take.
Yeah, man. They're
I don't know where Mike is on that. Like Mike just might be thinking what I'm thinking, but like saying it in a different way.
I think Mike is just like, hey man, I'm not saying he's the worst drafter in the world, like some people are saying, but
like, if we can't go in there and act like it's going to be an automatic hit because AB's picking it.
Yeah, we can't feel like that either. We just gotta wait and see. Unfortunately, gotta wait and see.
All right, we got another super chat. This is from Iceman the Boss One. What's the salvage with Kevin AB losing faith?
I mean, come on now. There's a lot to salvage there.
You can just retool the roster. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to tear it down. I mean, whenever a team gets rid of star players who are kind of older, like in their mid-30s, that doesn't automatically signal, okay, we're tearing it down. It's just a simple retool. That's what it is.
I just hope that they're making these moves and understanding and that they still have the trust of that part of the team that's going to be coming back and going to be a big part of a second window for this regime, if that's the case, right? Like, it's not a problem if some of these older guys are buying out, but if like Miles or Denzel or JOK, Grant Delpit, these guys who you're expecting to be a part of the team on a second go around are not buying in, then there's some serious concerns. But as long as you have that group of players behind you, then you'll be fine. I have no idea where this locker room is on Deshaun. They seem to not mind him personally, right? This is a different situation than when the dude is stinking and the dude is a jerk to his teammates, right? Like Russ or something like that, or Baker was in 2021. I don't get that vibe from them here, but eventually you're gonna have to do something. Maybe it's not as fast as we would want it to be done, but they got to do something, right? And they got to do something before they lose that locker room. Because, like, yeah, I think there's a lot that Kevin's a 2-time coach of the year. I look at the stuff they're doing on film. I like some of the shit that they're adding to the offense. They had a nice little like 3x1 that they turned into a 2x2 look by having Elijah Moore in the backfield. And I think they ran a 91 concept out of it. And I was like, that's really clever. That's really nice that you did that. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the dig in the middle of the field. But like at this point, I can't expect Deshaun to do that. That's what a good quarterback does. But yeah, I think there's a lot there to salvage. Kevin Stefanski's a good coach. And if we lose Kevin because he doubles down on his pride here and goes out with Watson, he's going to resurface somewhere and be a good head coach somewhere else. I'm confident in that. AB, same thing with him. He's going to be a good GM somewhere else. The question is, like, how far do they want to tie themselves to this? And when are they going to get the sense to let go? Hey, the 49ers did not need a whole season from Trey Lance to pull the cord on that. Why do we need the whole season with Deshaun? If you make us sit through a whole season, I don't think you ever recover from it. The question is, like, how much can you right now? I still think you can repair from it if you pull the cord sooner than later. But if you make us sit through a Christmas with this motherfucker at quarterback, I don't know if you make it through that. I don't know if those wounds can be repaired. I don't know if the trust is going to be there in the locker room. This has nothing to do about Kevin's ability to do his job as an X's and O's guy. This has everything to do with his ability to read the room, which has been his most questionable ability.
All right, we got another super chat. This is from the same person. Is Deion plus Shadur better than Deshaun Watson and Seth, hope-wise?
You talking about Deion coaching in the NFL? Y'all want to be back here in 4 years?
Nobody wants Deion to be the coach. I don't think Deion wants to coach.
That's what the chat just said.
I just want to establish that right now. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If that's something that Deion genuinely wants,
I don't think we can write that off as a possibility.
If that's something that Deion genuinely wants to happen, the Cleveland Browns are not drafting Shedeur. They're not going to do it. Not going to. You won't even have to worry about that. They're not even going to do it.
Hey man, Jimmy Haslam is not beyond being fooled into doing that. I'm just going to put that there. Like, you really think that Deion Sanders don't know how to scam a dude like Jimmy? Like, he done it before.
I hope and pray that's not what happens. I really do.
Yeah, Q froze. He went out for a little bit, so it's just us two.
I was having Wi-Fi issues earlier. I was like, oh, damn, was that him or is that me?
No, it's been it went from you, then it went to him, but it'll be back.
See, man, we
can go through these super chats real quick. Philip Davis says, I think at this point they're playing him on purpose to tank for a top pick. They'll trade who they can, and then next year start a rookie or bridge QB and send Watson home.
I do think that's the plan next year. I think no matter what happens this year, I think that's the plan. He's not going to be a part of whatever they got going on. Damn. This. We pissed off enough. What you got going on? There it is.
What did that super chat just say?
I think at this point they're playing him on purpose to take for a top pick. They'll trade who they can, and then next year start a rookie or bridge QB and send Watson home. But no, you had a little picture there, and it was Baker Mayfield
in a Ravens jersey.
Yes. What?
Oh yeah, I had that up there because I was trolling Sonny one time because that was back when it looked like they were gonna lose Lamar Jackson, and I think Baker Mayfield was a free agent that year too. And I was like, you know who you can go out and get, Sonny? Baker Mayfield. And I was making fun of that possibility of him playing for the Ravens, which he absolutely did not want. That's why that's there. I just have never updated it.
Yeah, you probably updated that, man.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Where is your shame? Where is your shame?
What is shameful about that?
That's
Baker Mayfield in a Ravens Photoshop jersey? I think that image is hilarious. Like,
Hey man, fuck what y'all talking about. The Browns stink, dog. This is all.
but no, to that
sucks.
Super Chat's point, like you're gonna have to do. You cannot wait this out the whole year and be like, we're gonna tank and we're gonna lose to. You gotta make an effort to win. Like, there's more at stake here than your draft positioning. And honestly, this draft is not good enough to risk that for a fucking extra pick here. This draft sucks. This draft is not going to save you by itself. And also, I want to be clear about something. You don't even got to have the number 1 overall pick to get the first quarterback this year. This ain't one of them years. This ain't, well, who going to get the number 1 overall pick? It's a bunch of teams that got quarterbacks. Jacksonville, they go draft the quarterback. Like, they're not drafting a quarterback. So you don't even need to get the number 1 overall pick this year to get it. This is the absolute not a good year to tank. And also, tanking, not that great of a strategy. Hasn't worked out awesome for teams who've done it. Hey, you want to know how? We fucking tanked. Like,
taking is really just the NBA thing.
Yeah, it's only when you can get a guy like Wemby on your team that can change your life. Like, tanking makes sense when somebody like that is in a draft, but let's be real about it. When a dude is like that, you know about that dude before his draft class come up. Like, Myles Garrett was like that. We ain't find out about Myles 6 weeks into the college season before he got drafted. We knew about Myles 2 years before he got drafted. The same thing is true about Arch Manning. We knew about him. He gonna be the number 1 overall pick. Dylan Raiola about to be the number 1 overall pick in his draft. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, those guys. There's none of those type prospects here. We've not been talking about the prospects at the top of this draft for multiple years. The only reason these prospects are relevant is because it's their year to get drafted. Like, seriously, like, Curtis, can you name a prospect in this year's draft class we've been talking about for years as a top prospect?
No. It's just not a strong class. It's not.
And this is absolutely not the year that you tank. This is the year you try to preserve what you can in that locker room. Like, you got to try to do what you can to make sure that people still have some pride in being a fucking Brown. And then you get what you get in the draft. But this is not a year I'm like, oh yeah, I got a tank to get my guy. Like, you could get Milroe or Sanders in like the top 10. You got that extra 3rd round pick too. So if you need to move up, it ain't gonna be expensive.
Man, they probably need to just take a player. Take players.
Yeah.
Take players. Take the players.
Best player available. And if that player's a quarterback, good. But like, best player available. Just get some talent. Get some 1st round talent. We get Tetro Boomin, whoever the fuck it is, like, that you have on the top of your board, just take it.
Real quick, Q. My camera and everything okay?
Yeah, you good.
You good? Okay,
yeah.
Make sure we
I'm about to plug my board into external power.
You talking about your soundboard?
Yeah.
Oh God. What fuck we need the soundboard for, man? What we need the soundboard for, man? What sounds?
You're the first one to bring it up. You the first one to bring it up. You love the soundboard, Colb. You love hating the soundboard. That's what you love doing, right?
I hate everything right now, Q. I hate everything right now. Everything sucks.
You know what you need? You need some joy in your life right now. Drop flex bomb.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Curtis, are we done?
Oh, hey, real quick. Since you got the soundboard, play that Meet the Grams for me real quick. Play that Meet the Grams for me real quick.
You want to Meet the Grams?
Hey, fuck Ryan Day, dog. Fuck Ryan Day. Get this motherfucker out of here too. He's Q. Hey, no. Me and Q was at a party. It was at my birthday party. Watching the Ohio State game. How the fuck do you not know how much time you have left in the fourth quarter of another big game that you cannot fucking win. Get him out of here, bro. How many times do I have to watch this motherfucker lose big games before we understand
I can't
cannot
believe
win
y'all
big
lost that
games?
game, man. I still cannot believe Ohio State lost that game. What was it? Did y'all lose by 2?
They just lost by 1. I mean, I thought they.
It's so bad. The field goal was go ahead.
Yes. It's game winner. Didn't even get an attempt.
Hey, man, the crazy thing is why would you have a full field read be called for Will Howard in that moment? Like, honestly, if you even thought it was 10 seconds, right? And you have one timeout. The idea is, and you're at the 30? Curtis,
Yes.
where were they at?
I think they were in Oregon territory. I don't know.
Oh, no. They were clearly in Oregon territory.
I just don't know where it was at. I don't know.
I think they were at the 30. Okay. So I think they were at the 30. And it's like either it's there or you throw it out of bounds. There cannot be a let me scramble in there. Like, it has to be said in the headset because you got the headset now in college football. Hey, either that's there or you throw it out of bounds. And Will Howard makes that decision. Is he still better than Kyle McCord?
I mean, yeah.
I never did some shit like that.
I mean, I'm not saying Will Howard's the best ever, but I saw Kyle McCord throw a game-sealing interception against Michigan. So, yeah.
Hold on now. That's on the table for Will.
Don't do this, man. Don't do this.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
What are you talking about? Is it not on the table that you might lose to Michigan? You've lost to them like for 4 years straight.
It's on the table for sure. I have no faith in Ryan Day. No faith in Ryan Day. I question anything when it comes to man. He is the Deshaun Watson head coach. No, I'm playing. He's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
Don't do that.
He's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not that bad. But I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
They got more wins than Deshaun got passing yard points on QBR. Ryan Day's win count is legitimately higher than Deshaun's QBR.
Man. What's Deshaun's QBR? Like a 20?
It's lower than that.
Yeah, Ryan Day has a 61-9 win-loss record. Does Deshaun's QBR? There's no shot it's above 61.9.
No shot. Is it even half of that?
It's probably like 40 this year. That's my bet. 40.
40?
No. I think it's probably under 30.
I gotta check.
This shit gonna piss me off all over again.
Hey, what's cheaper? Deshaun Watson's QBR or a meal for two at Taco Bell?
Probably the meal for two.
Yeah, his QBR is 34.8.
Chad said 21 points.
21? Wait. Oh, yeah, 21.7 for the year.
Not even half. Less than half. About a third.
That's crazy. Kevin got more wins than he got points on QBR. Best chance to win, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got a couple more super chats to get to. Ryan Day is trash, Colb, but Stewart for Oregon was good.
He was.
Evan Stewart. I mean, no, it wasn't. It was Tez Johnson and was doing most of his damage because all they did was just put either Stewart or Johnson on Denzel Burke, and they said, all right, just run this go route. We'll cook him every time, and it worked. But before then, Stewart was a disappointment when I was reading Corey's tweets and watching the tape a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, how do they not know it's 6 seconds left? I can't get past that part.
I don't have an answer for you.
I can understand being furious that they ran time off the clock, but like usually that's something a coach is furious about, but well aware of.
Like
how do you not know that happened?
I don't know.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
Like, how do you call a play? I saw them go out to run a play with 6 seconds left. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And then the urgency of that play when they ran it, I'm like, oh, they don't know it's 6 seconds.
He slid.
Did Ryan Day address that? Did Ryan Day address that he did not know that it was 6 seconds left?
You know he did. You know he didn't address that, man. You know he ain't addressed that shit.
We hold on. Let me look for some quotes about this because, like, there's no way.
I couldn't believe it watching it live. I couldn't believe it watching it live. How do you not know that?
Because again, I know people are caught up in the fact that it happened, and they're saying that the Buckeyes got screwed. But like, yes, I get it. It happened, but also, you should have probably fucking known.
Yeah, you should know that. You should know that. It should be communicated to your quarterback. We have 6 seconds.
Is that Chip Kelly's fault?
I don't know. I don't know whose fault it is.
It's somebody's fault.
But I know who's been making me miserable.
Ryan Day.
Yeah.
You think Chip Kelly did that on purpose to give his old school a nice dub? You think he a double agent?
Because we talking conspiracy theories. Can I get my shit off? We talking conspiracy theories.
What's your conspiracy theory about the Buckeyes?
About the both. He said, "No, I don't want to be part of this." Hey, man, who's got it better than Mike Vrabel right now?
Ain't nobody talking about the fact that he ain't helped his defense.
No, do not bring Mike Vrabel around Ohio State. I swear, if they hire that man to be the head coach, I am done. Keep that man away from Columbus. I do not want another Brent Venable situation here. No.
Who got it better than Mike Vrabel, man?
No.
Pick of the litter. Hey, Mike, which job you want, Mike? Which job you want? Which job you want, Mike?
Let me tell you, he not getting the Browns job.
Yeah, getting the Browns job.
Man.
He in the building right now.
If I see a Mike Vrabel has been hired to Ohio State, I am done. I will not put up with that tomfoolery. I kid you not.
Hey, hold on, wait though. Time out. How long are we gonna ignore the fact that like Mike Vrabel's been asked for 3 years?
That's what I'm saying. Like they make it seem like he's the best coach ever.
So, like, what has Mike Vrabel done since Ryan Tannehill has completely degraded?
Nothing. He's done nothing. He peaked during that run, and they were.
And then also, like, what makes it worse with Mike Vrabel, it's not just the offense that went. His defenses have been ass. And then I watched the Browns do some of the shit he used to do at Tennessee, and I'm like, bro, we doing that shit that made us ass. Hey, bro, hire Mike Vrabel if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I know
he's all vibes. Maybe he can work in college because in college you can get away with just being vibes. NFL, he's done.
And then we talk about double agents, snaking somebody, Littlefinger. You don't watch. You didn't watch Drake. You didn't watch Game of Thrones, so you don't know what I'm talking about. You, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's snaking anybody. I think he's just not good.
Hey, it's a real possibility.
Because he don't look good in this. I don't know how people are like, yeah, man, Mike Vrabel looks so good right now. How? Is he not helping the defense right now?
I don't know. I ain't seen Mike since the offseason, since preseason. I have no idea what the fuck Mike's doing. I really do.
I'm like, what is Mike doing? Mike about to make the team. This man is here right now, under contract. Ain't doing shit.
Who is doing something right now, though?
Huh?
Who is doing anything?
He was working with tight ends last time I saw him, and that's been great because our tight end play has been extravagant, right?
Man, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. Hey man, who you think about to get traded next? Because I feel like somebody else about to
It's
get traded.
Zadarius.
Zadarius.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna be able to trade like Dalvin Thompson for a month, so they're probably gonna keep him.
Oh man,
You can't
I
just
wonder what
trade
they-
everybody. Yeah, but
I think I go get.
what do you say?
I have no idea. I said I wonder what they could actually give Zadarius at this point.
5th round pick.
I'll take it.
5th round pick, you get to play Isaiah McGuire more. See what he has. It's funny that we're in see what he has mode, but we're still playing the shitty quarterback.
Yeah, the one about the less like it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I feel like they traded Amari Cooper just to have an excuse for Deshaun to keep him out there. Well, his wide receivers aren't playing that well. You traded the best one.
Thank you. KR Thunder said, what about not Quentin Jefferson, our healthy scratch?
Huh?
We go trade Quentin Jefferson next.
Who the fuck wants him?
Nobody wants him. I just cut him out right.
Stop asking me if they want to trade for players nobody wants, y'all. Like, hey, this guy can't crack our active roster. Should we trade him? Who?
I see Jets fans asking for him. Send Quentin back. Take him.
Okay, yeah, have him.
Take him.
Fine. Their defense, their run defense will be even worse. Go ahead.
Take him,
bro. Who y'all got? Mike White behind? I'll take Mike White right now.
Y'all got a defensive lineman y'all don't like?
They got Tyrod Taylor. I'll take.
They got Tyrod.
Yeah.
Let's run it back.
Yeah, man, for real.
Fuck it.
He can't be worse.
Run it back. Just run it back with Tyrod.
As a matter of fact, I felt like Tyrod didn't get a fair shake. Come on, bro.
Yeah, let's give him another run.
Give him another run.
Why not? We'll do it straight up. Tyrod, Quentin Jefferson. Who y'all got behind Tyrod?
I don't know if it's Mike White. I mean, I think it's Adrian Martinez, UFL MVP. I think.
Oh, Birmingham Stallions. We get some movement there. I wouldn't be mad at just seeing what he could do as a running quarterback. Fuck it, we could run a triple option. Why not? By the way, have we talked about how bad Deshaun Watson is at RPOs yet?
Don't need to. I've already
you want to do some film? You want to break the film down again?
All I'm doing say is like, watch anybody in college. Watch anybody in college run an RPO and watch Deshaun run it. Like, don't let you compare it to somebody who's really good at RPO, like a Jalen Milroe. You ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like what you see.
You ain't got no plays pulled up yet. You got no plays pulled up.
Oh, I have Milroe RPO plays.
No, I'm talking about Watson plays. You ain't got none of them pulled up this time.
He wasn't that demonstratively bad this week as he was against Washington. But I mean, I can show you a couple plays where he missed some rails and shit, like where he missed some reads. Like he's missing shit. Look, Colb, I'm just at this point to where I'm like, he's a one-read quarterback and he's not good. I don't know what else I can say about it.
Yeah, people try to like get on us because we'd be like, y'all always shitting on him and blah blah blah. It's like,
I'm like, at this point, I'm turning my focus on the people who are keeping him in power.
We can only say bad things because he only does bad things. There's nothing good to talk about. It's like
there are some things that aren't his fault, sure, but like, come on, man. He's like 80% of the fucking problem.
Yeah, why would I ignore 80% of the problem for 20% of the other things that are going on? I should probably talk about the problem, the real problem.
Mm-hmm. And if it ain't the problem I'm talking about, it's who's letting the problem be the problem that I got to talk about. We're going to have to talk about the problem, y'all. And guess what the problem isn't? That Mike Dunn's the center for like 3 quarters. That's not the problem. And if it is the problem, oh my God. Yeah, Mike Dunn, not good at center. Backup guard. Yeah, okay. I'm supposed to be mad about that. I'm supposed to be equally as mad at Michael Dunn as I am Deshaun Watson. Like, seriously. Like, do you expect me to be equal parts mad at anybody as Deshaun Watson right now? Like, they're equally, like, there. One dude's paid $230 million, $45 million a year, and Michael Dunn is making, like, less than $1 million. But, yeah, I got to be equally fucking mad at Michael Dunn. This is not – see, look, this goes into my arguments about media literacy. People think doing shit like that, Colb, is being objective. No, that's being stupid. Because Michael Dunn is clearly not the equivalent to fucking Deshaun Watson right now.
You know what it really is? You know what it really is? And what it's been for a while with the Watson defenders and orders. It's just glazing. Is that what the kids call it? Glazing? That's all.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to call it, but I honestly
it's
just
glazing.
feel
it's called glazing.
I don't know what it's called, but I just feel bad. I just watch them. I'm like, you have to know you're wrong. Like, there's no way you think you're right. Like, honestly, I hope they find something else so they could just focus on something else, because focusing on this ain't it.
Like, come on, bro.
This is one of the saddest hills to die on, and it's not a lot of people doing it. It's just fascinating to me,
man.
It's just fascinating.
It can't be about football. And
I don't know what it's about.
Ironically, they question your knowledge of football when you tell them this can't be about football. It can't be about football.
Hey, man, I just think of it this way. And shout out to my lady. She gives me this quote and she reminds me, when Harriet Tubman was freeing the slaves, it was some of them that wasn't trying to go. And she had to leave them motherfuckers behind. You can't save everybody, Cole. I can't speak reason to everybody. Sometimes everybody ain't trying to hear it. And I'm not about to sit here and argue and try to get you to see reason when you ain't trying to see it. I'm just going to have to get on with who I can get on with and get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit.
Because that's where we at.
Because if you... Browns, we slaves to the Browns.
No, I'm not saying we slaves to the Browns. I'm just saying some people are slaves to these opinions that they have had because they dug themselves so down that they can't accept that their pride might be hurt, that they're wrong.
Oh.
And I can't make you see that. I can't make you give that up. You got to come to that yourself. And one day you will, and you'll see how you was acting. Maybe you apologize, maybe you don't. Maybe you just continue to be wrong. I don't know. But look, I can't save you. Like, I can't speak reason to somebody who don't want to listen.
Hey, man, we worked this.
When somebody wants to attack your credibility instead of talking about what you actually said, I can't do nothing with that. You just don't want to listen. So it just is what it is. Gonna have to leave you by, buddy. Like, what is the point of spending energy on trying to save somebody like that? Like,
we got a Harriet Tubman. Tubman mentioned in this one.
That's the think about that the next time you argue with somebody who's arguing the most wrong point of all time. Hey, man, Harriet left him behind. It's okay. You can too. Like, you ain't gotta make everybody see it, because some of them ain't gonna ever see it. That's not your problem. Like, get who you can get out. That's it.
Man, I wonder.
That's why I can't sit here and argue with people who just want to be obtuse. It's not worth it. They're not going to listen. If they were listening, they would have been convinced 3 weeks ago. They're going to move the goalpost. Oh, well, you didn't talk about that. Then you'll talk about that, Colb, and then they'll move the goalpost again. It's a pointless exercise. These people don't want to be convinced. They just want to say you're wrong. And that's all they're going to ever say. Even when they start agreeing with you again. Like,
they're gonna say you're pushing an agenda. That's what they've pivoted to now.
Whatever the fuck they're saying. Nobody cares.
I'm pushing an agenda.
Yeah,
by pointing
it doesn't
out
matter.
The worst quarterback in the league is the worst quarterback in the league. I'm pushing an agenda.
Yeah, it does not matter, right? Because it's painfully transparent that every accusation is an admission for them. Or for people who are trying to hang on to the Watson era. Like, nobody really wants it. Nobody wants this to continue. It is what it is, man. Again, can't save them all. Can't save them all. Hey,
can't save them all.
Hey, everybody in your mentions cannot be educated. It is what it is. Because I done tried. You done seen me. I used to fight the good fight on fucking Twitter, trying to educate folk, trying to give them splits, clips, examples. And what did it do for me?
Drive you off the app.
Drive me off the app. Ain't changed one mind. All that work. All it did was made people double down on dumber shit. Ain't no point. Ain't no point. Because if somebody's going to be convinced, they definitely go about admit it on the fucking internet. Like,
they're not. They're not.
Nah.
You just gotta accept it. You just gotta accept it for what it is.
You gotta leave the unreasonable people alone and just talk to the folks that are willing to listen. Because what use is it talking to somebody who can't hear? That's a James quote right there. You can't change nobody's mind if they ain't got no ears or no mind. You feel me?
Yes, James. Yes, technically that's right.
Right there. Right there. Look, you just can't do it. You just gotta let it go.
You know what really pisses me off though? You know what really pisses me off? The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to bench Justin Fields, who has led this team to a 4-2 record. They're going to bench him because they feel that the offense isn't performing up to their standards.
Hey, bring Curtis on screen because I want to see his reaction to this.
But
hey,
the
Curtis,
Cleveland Browns.
Wait, Cole. Have you ever seen a bigger incident of this at the quarterback position of black on black crime like this? I ain't never seen black on black crime like this at the quarterback position. Like, this a black coach, 2 black quarterbacks. I'm like, yo, what is going on? That's crazy. This
Justin
is nuts.
Don't deserve it. Justin does not deserve this, dog. He does not deserve it. He don't deserve it.
Usually when a situation like this pops up, we can squarely point to race being a factor in why it did. Remember what happened to Justin Fields last year when they was trying to have the arm wrestling champ take his job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this ain't nothing like that, dog. Like
4-2 record, and they benching him.
That's nuts.
It's nuts. And the Browns won't bench this motherfucker, and we're 1-5. Bro, the Steelers are like, no, I think we can get a little bit better. So they bench him. Better than that. So I think we can do a little bit more. They bench, and they're 4-2. 1-5, dog. 1-5, and they still won't sit this motherfucker. It's amazing.
Now, it is to be amazing. Fair, I have watched a little bit of Justin Fields tape. Why? I don't know, but from what I was reading with a few Steelers people who covered the team, I think Derek. I think you know Derek Q, right? You know Derek, Steelers DB. I don't think you do though.
Yeah, Derek.
Yeah, he tweeted something out saying after he watched the film, and he said that they might go to Russ, and people were kind of getting mad at him. And I'm like, after watching the tape against the Raiders and against the Steelers, against the Colts, I'm like, fair point, but I know what Russ is, and it's going to get worse because he's so limited in terms of his mobility. It's not going to change the fact that the offensive line is banged up and they haven't looked great. So I don't know. Maybe it helps, but it doesn't. But I don't understand why they made a move for Russ anyway. It didn't make any sense to me.
I think they it's a due diligence move for them. They kind of feel like they got to feel for what Justin Fields can give them, which I think is fair. Justin Fields has probably had his best games as a Steeler, probably giving you what he's capable of. And they just want to see what Russ can give you. And they're looking around. They see the Browns at like 1-5 and the Bengals at like 2-4. And they think to themselves, we got a bit of a cushion here, right? To see what Russ is and to at least see it through. It is a decision that I can make sense of on paper. In practice, benching a guy that people like and have won with Russell Wilson, I mean, that might have some diabolical repercussions for Mike Tomlin. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he gets lucky and Russell Wilson looks good there. and then we're gonna even get more residual dunking on as Russell Wilson looks better than Deshaun Watson in 2024. Something I did not think was possible when we started this season.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Every quarterback's better. Literally every quarterback's better.
We'll see.
Except Bryce Young and possibly Will Levis.
I would like to see if we can give Bryce Young a better run than what he got in Carolina at this point. I'm like, you know what? We can simplify him.
Oh, it's rock. We've reached rock bottom. If this is what Q's at.
Yeah,
if this is where you at. If this is where
the
you at.
offense is good.
Rock bottom.
I have no faith in the quarterback position anymore. It's at the point where I'm like, yeah, I've lost faith for the whole year. It really doesn't matter what I see. And I don't really understand how anybody's ever going to get back there. We've seen too much.
Good question. He was talking about this. I need to. Is this the worst Brown season since the team came back? What are your thoughts? And if you say no, what's the worst season since the team came back?
Nah, the Mangini years were worse for me.
They were worse for you?
Yeah, I hated those teams.
I don't know, man.
I think
maybe it's because of the expectation. Maybe it's because of the expectation of this year coming into the season.
And then you have to remember what the environment was in 2011, because it didn't just happen in a vacuum, right? At least with this season, you can soften the blow with what's going to be a pretty good Cavs team and a pretty good Guardians team.
Okay.
Think about what you were chasing down that Brown season with in 2010, 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
No LeBron Cavs, the hopeless, helpless Guardians.
Yep.
Like, I almost quit sports. Like, from 2011 to 2012. Like, I think that I was super excited that the Guardians got, what was his name? Nick Swisher. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Nick Swisher. Yeah, we got Nick Swisher. The Cavs got Kyrie. Like, and the things started to turn around, and I was happy again. But we cannot forget how down in the dubs 2011 was for the city. Okay, like, you will never reach it. The pain of LeBron leaving and the hopelessness of every team there. We went through a literal depression in the city of Cleveland financially because of the poor performance of the sports teams that year. This ain't got shit on that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, this is disappointing, but I'm gonna be honest with you. They can bounce back from this very believably within a year. Like, I don't think the future is doomed. I just think this season is doomed. In 2011, I thought the whole city's future was doomed. Yeah, this ain't got nothing on that to me. Like, you got playoff games. Remember how rare a playoff game was when we were growing up, Cole?
Oh, true.
That ain't rare no more. The whole city doesn't, we get playoffs first time. We don't do that shit. We have seen so many playoff games in the last 4 years for every team that has played sports in Cleveland, every major team. Yeah, man, I'm not about to let this season make me forget all of that, because 2011 was just awful, man. It was awful. We didn't see a playoff game from 2011 on until like 2013 when we lost the play-in game in baseball. And then I think it went all the way until 2016 when LeBron came back? 2015?
2015.
Yeah. Nothing beats that. Nothing beats that 4-year stretch. Okay. This ain't worse than that. This ain't worse than 2012. This ain't worse than 2013. This ain't worse than 2014. This ain't worse than 2015. Yeah, this ain't worse than any of those years. We have let time make us forget how bad it was, but like, we got other shit to be excited about. So like, nah. We got Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. We had nothing. We had Baron Davis and Mo Williams.
Shout out the guards, man, while I'm thinking about it. Shout out the guards, dog. I don't even care if they lost to the. I don't even care if they lost to the Yankees.
Bro, Victor Martinez and Miguel Cabrera were on the Tigers whipping our ass anytime we went on a 2-game win streak. Yeah, man. Nah, this is nothing. This is nothing compared to some of the shit we've been through. I think we have to remind ourselves of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You got me back. You got me
I can understand a Browns fan who's younger might not do this, but these Browns fans, these Cleveland fans that were born in the 2010s and shit, they don't understand pain. They done seen they sports teams get to 2 championship games in their life. No, my bad, like 5 championship games in their life. Mm-hmm. All the Cavs, LeBron ones, and the Guardians that one time, maybe this year. Think about how many times we saw a team get to the championship game before LeBron came back that second time. I know the answer to this. It's 0. We didn't see it.
I don't know.
LeBron in 07.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how we're so mean to LeBron in this city sometimes because, like, literally, he's like 80% of our joy.
Hey, you know, I fuck with Brian, especially now.
Yeah. I mean, he has that bonus stuff, you know, that post-credit scene of a career in LA.
You call it what you want.
That bonus credit championship that he got. If LeBron has a documentary, they're covering the whole Lakers era in a post-credit scene. I hope you know this.
That's right? Fine. As long as I get to see it, as long as I get to see the scene.
Mm-hmm. Like all of his Lakers stuff is one episode in a 23-part documentary.
That's fine. Guess what episode I'm watching?
Mm-hmm. The other 22, because they way more interested in any of the shit he did in LA. Ooh, I was a father and raised my kids, and you know they turned out pretty good. Like nobody that's not interested in documentary fare.
Yeah, it is to me.
I was reading books in the bubble. Hey, have we ever got his synopsis of autobiography of Malcolm X?
You know he didn't read that book. You know he didn't read that
because
book.
He read the autobiography of Malcolm X and then shut down the protest. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened.
Oh man, Brian is hilarious, bro.
Brian is hilarious.
Brian is hilarious, man.
Especially when he think he is civil rights legend.
No, especially when he thinks he's an A&R.
Oh my God. No, hey, look, man. When he discovered the Migos in 2010.
And 2 Chainz.
Talking about I knew 2 Chainz before he was 2 Chainz. Everybody did. He was in Players Club. He was called Titty Boy.
Players Circle.
Players Circle, my bad. He had that one song, y'all know.
Man. God.
LeBron hilarious, man. All time. But LeBron is just, it's too hilarious to ever actually be mad at. It's like
oh man. What else we gonna talk about, dog?
What was supposed to be on the rundown, Curtis?
Because I feel like we just been vetting.
Curtis supposed to get us in and out these topics.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. That's why I was trying to do. But we could talk. But I know Colb wanted to bring up the Guardians. We can talk about the Guardians for a little bit.
You want to talk about them today? I feel like you're gonna be happy about. Look, Guardians fans. Game 1 wasn't the one you wanted. Game 1 wasn't the one you wanted. Because what happened when you win game 1? You lose game 2. You got all that negative energy coming into game 3, even though you won the first fucking game. Nah, you want that game 2. You get game 2. Now you hype coming into game 3. Now you get game 3. Then you get game 4. Oh, now you on a roll. And what the Yankees start doing when they be down in the hole? Unfamiliar. They start, they start tightening up. It's been a while since the Yankees been to a World Series. Anybody remember the last time they've been there?
No, I don't.
How many times they've been to the ALCS? Multiple times. I mean, like, you know, if I didn't know any better, which I don't watch baseball. To me, outside looking in, that sounds like a team that can't get over the hump. That sounds like a team that has to play themselves before they play.
You know what pissed me off? You know what else pissed me off? A-Rod and Jeter saying that this is the easiest path that the New York Yankees have had to get to the World Series
Cole,
in 20 years.
That's exactly
that
why I
pissed
think
me
the
off.
Guardians are going to win. Because, yeah, they're kind of right. But this is the kind of stuff the Yankees fuck up.
Ooh, that made me mad. Oh, that
Like,
made me mad.
just replace your thoughts about the Yankees with the Cowboys and think about it like that.
Ooh, man, that would piss me off. It's like,
now I don't know if the Guardians get through the World Series because it looks like some good teams coming out the AL and the NL.
Oh, the Dodgers? I'm worried.
The Dodgers, the Mets.
I'm extremely worried about.
I saw the Dodgers come back from down 5. it didn't even take that long. I looked up; they were like down 1-6, and then they were up 7-6. I was like, oh. They like that.
Yeah, they like that. They like that.
Hey, but a pennant is a pennant.
Listen, man. Game 2 tonight. I think they're gonna play better tonight than they played yesterday for sure.
Ace on ace. It was such an emotional game 5. You know.
No,
of course you were gonna have a letdown.
I felt bad for. I can't even remember the pitcher's name. Who came in?
Oh yeah,
for Colb. I can't even remember doing that.
I don't know his name either.
The rookie. I can't even remember his name right now. But
I remember my dad saying we're gonna put him on a bus to Akron. I'm like, damn.
No, you can see it. You can see it in bro's face. He was not ready. He was not ready.
Hey,
4 wild pitches. I was like, whoo.
You gotta immediately go to the mound after that. Hey man, what's going on?
You good? You all right? You ready?
Everything okay? Hey man, you want to take some pictures?
He was looking like,
hey, let's just walk this next guy and just reset. Let's just hit some targets right now. Let's just hit the targets. Play catch with me. That's how you know when look, because I play catcher. When you know your pitcher's fucked, this is what the line you say. Just play catch with me, man. Just play catch with me. I'll just like throw a fucking strike, dog. Just we got to get the game going.
Man, it's always great when the Yankees get 2 free runs and they don't even have to do that.
Yeah,
it's always great when you just spot them 2 runs. That's always beautiful. Oh man,
y'all gonna get him back.
Joey Cantillo, that's his name. Yeah. I was like, yeah, man, he not ready for this.
Y'all gonna get him back. Y'all gonna get him back. Don't worry.
Maybe
I've seen it.
It would be nice. And they come back to Cleveland for the next 3 games.
And I'll be honest, y'all beat the Yankees. That's gonna be good enough that like not winning the championship's gonna be fine.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
You look me dead in the eye right now and tell me that beating the Yankees ain't gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it.
If you go up there game 1 of the World Series and Shohei show you that he's Shohei, and you gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it, we beat the Yankees. Tell me right now. Tell me right now.
No, I'm tired.
Tell me now that's not where you gonna be.
I'm tired of Cleveland not getting it all the way done, man. If they get to the World Series, they gotta figure out a way.
You telling me right now, if you see Spike Lee sitting there, oh man, I don't know what the fucking Yankees lost. You're not about to be like, yeah. There's nothing they can do in LA that would make me happier.
Actually, there is something in LA they can do.
Curtis, I'm talking to you because Curtis, you a Cavs fan, right?
Yes.
Okay, after the pain you have seen, when they cut to this motherfucker in his themed glasses every time he's watching one of his teams play, and you're like, God damn it.
No, I just want to punch the TV every time I see him.
I saw him seated over the Cleveland Guardians bench. And I'm like, he's a fucking asshole. Because he knows when you walk back after you strike out, the first thing you see is fucking Spike Lee. You fucking asshole. Like, love the movies though. Like, yeah, one of my favorite directors, quite honestly.
Look what sports makers do, man. Look what sports makers do.
But every time you telling me right now, it wouldn't be you if you got to see Spike Lee cry at the end of the conclusion of a Yankees Guardians game, or what Shohei Ohtani cry. What you want to see more?
Q, I feel like you're just trying to tell us what you want to see at this point.
I'm
I
telling
feel
you
like
what you
that's
want to
what-
see.
that's
What
what
do
I'm
you want to
getting
see more, Cole?
I'd rather see
What does
Shohei cry.
Cleveland want to see? Because you aren't a Cavs fan. What does Cleveland want to see? They want to get that fucking win back from 2 years ago against the Knicks because Knicks fans was mean to us and they cheer for the Yankees too, and we want that shit.
Yeah,
Okay?
you're just telling us what you want at this
Knicks fans
point.
been talking all that cash money shit lately, so I'm like,
And you know what? Fuck them 2 times. I hope the Mets get through and the Guardians beat the fucking Mets. Both parts of the city. Yeah. Manhattan, New Jersey, Queens. Brooklyn don't got anything to do with this, but Queens. And then we're sweeping the Nets in the fucking first round in the playoffs this year. Fuck all of them.
You mean the Knicks?
I'd rather
Nets
beat
not
the
make-
Knicks. I'd rather beat
The Nets not making the playoffs? Why would you think the Nets making the playoffs? Yeah.
Man, we don't know who making the playoffs. They almost made the playoffs last year.
I got a good idea who's gonna make it.
It
won't be the Nets.
All right, the Nets get into play in and you just sweep them because you got the 2 seed. Who gives a fuck how we get there? It doesn't matter. Just I want the misery. I want both of them.
It don't feel the same if
did the Browns play the Jets this year?
No.
Good.
We already lost the Giants.
We lost the Giants.
We didn't do that in New York though. We did that in the privacy of our own house. And you know what? The Giants ain't really New York's team all like that. It's really the Jets.
It's really the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets.
The New Yorkers we talking about. And really, a lot of motherfuckers fair weather when it comes to football.
Yeah, basketball, baseball city.
Yeah, they cheer for like the Ravens or something like that. Something random.
They probably care more about the Liberty than they care about the Giants.
Oh yeah, and I need the links to go ahead lock that up. You know, it's 1-1 right now. I'm gonna need Nafisa Collier to get in her bag. I'm gonna need Courtney Williams start shooting them threes again. I'm gonna need the links to get that 5th chip. They got me out here rooting for Minnesota, Colb. That's how it is. By the way, Minnesota's having an incredible year. By the way,
they are.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible.
Outside of the Twins, man, who's got it better than them?
Nobody. They got rid of Cat. They got a Western Conference Finals out of Cat. Like, then they got to see their best player become the star of the Olympics off the field. And then, hey, my man was at them ping pong games having a good time.
Great time. I'm
like, I didn't know they sell general admission at these games. But the Minnesota Vikings, good. The Minnesota Lynx, good. And let's keep it real. Once Caitlyn contract run up with the Fever, she gonna go back home to Minnesota, and they gonna get Caitlin Clark and get like 3 more rings.
I need Caitlyn to go to Chicago.
Why would she go to Chicago? Caitlyn is gonna go to Minnesota, and then Angel Reese will come to Minnesota too, if that's what needs to happen.
Oh man, I need Chicago to get that one.
You forget she's from Iowa. Her home team is Minnesota.
Facts.
She's gonna play for them.
That is true. That is true.
Her favorite player of all time is Maya Moore.
Goat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She trying to put up some memories there too. She gonna leave. Look, this is the reverse of what we always talk about with small markets. It's like, nah, bro, she want to go home. Well, home is Minnesota.
Man, how special was Maya Moore, man?
Hey, man, crazy. Every time I watch her, I'm like, yo, this is what Melo would look like if he reached his full potential. Playing in championship games, like making big shots. Cause she kind of hoop like Melo, but she hoop like she hooper. But yeah, I need the links to bring that one home because I can't stand New York getting another one. Can't stand them getting another one. Guardians bring it home. As long as New York don't win, I'm good. So right now I'm with you, Guardians fans. Now Shohei get to the World Series. I might have to root for the home team, but it is what it is.
Oh, if the Guardians and the Dodgers win the World Series, I might have to root for Shohei. I might have to root for
Hey,
Shohei.
bro.
Hey,
Hey, look.
That's crazy.
hey,
That's crazy.
hey, that man is different when it comes to baseball, man. It's
Hey,
different.
You don't
look,
want to be.
I'll be.
You don't want to be the part of his documentary where he talking about how he had his first World Series against Cleveland. He lost. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need the city to be a part of the documentary. He's like, yeah, man, I just couldn't get past Cleveland.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with being where he wins his first title.
Hey, fuck y'all, man. What are you talking about? Y'all, what?
Hey, look, man, look, Cole. For half of me, it's very rare that I can feel represented in the best player in baseball conversation as a man who is black and Japanese. All right, it does not happen very often. I got to take these when they come. And Shohei gives me an opportunity to root for the home team. Is what it is. It is what it is. Kyler Murray, I hope you ball out too.
Do you have a Rui Hachimura jersey in your home?
Hey,
somewhere?
dog, you acting like I wasn't rooting for Rui to work out? Like, are you serious? You think I saw Rui and wasn't like, yeah, I need that to work? Okay. I was watching him at Villanova. Putting the clamps on Zion. What you mean? What you mean?
Hey, chat, I just want to let y'all know, if Rui Hachimura ever ends up on the Cleveland Cavaliers,
hey,
we will be talking about Cavs every week. Q coming in here. Hey, you see my boy. My boy.
Oh, I got this one TikTok for that Rui Hachimura TikTok. As soon as he has a breakout game, I will pull that out and use it immediately.
I can already see Q. It's like, yeah, you see my boy. They hate on him though. Need to give him some more minutes.
I don't root for Rui over my team, but if it becomes close, I'm not about to be mad at Rui. Hey, if it's looking like the Dodgers about to go up 3-1, hey, I'm happy for Shohei. I'm just is what it is. If it's close, I'm a root for the Guardians. But if it look like Shohei about to take this away, well, why I got to stand the way to history? Like,
that's so crazy, dog.
It's not crazy.
Look. Identity politics on full display.
Like we just talked about Caitlin Clark. Okay. Like,
full display.
I ain't saying nobody else can play but the dude who has a similar racial identity to me, but I am saying I do want to see him succeed. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Look, I don't get mad at white folk when they look at Cooper DeJohn and be like, yeah, I need that to work. I understand. Okay. Like,
I need that to work.
You imagine being a white corner? Like, that's a lot of pressure. Because if you fuck up, ain't nobody gonna get a chance.
Cooper DeJohn might set white quarters back 20 years.
If Deshaun would have had 300 on him, oh, they playing safety forever. Hey, why you think Cooper DeJohn was out here and Ed Blankenship was playing their ass off in that game? You saw the tape, Curtis. Ed Blankenship was all over the field because he knew it can't happen. Okay. he knew this cannot happen.
He said, not him. Not him.
Ooh.
Not him.
He can't
do it to me.
He can't do it to me this week. Hey.
He can't do it to me. Not
he
him.
got a call from Kirk Ferentz before he went out there. You know it needs to be done. Okay. Like, Kirk Ferentz and Bill Belichick was on his phone right before they went out. Just letting them, making sure they understood the power of the moment. Okay.
Oh man.
Hey, we all got it. My dad is a large left-handed brother who's also light darker skin. And you know who his favorite Guardians player was? CC Sabathia. I don't find that to be a coincidence. You know who his second favorite one was? Carlos Santana.
Mm.
Hey, look, we have our favorites for a reason. As long as you're not getting out of pocket about it, it's fine. Cole, who your favorite athletes? Is your favorite athlete named Kobe? Huh. Wow. Wonder how we got here. What about you, Curtis? Who's your favorite athlete? Hey, it was the short brother I was in school with named Reese. He thought he could be like a 5-foot running back. His favorite player was Darren Sproles. I knew that. I knew how that was. What about you, Curtis? Who's your favorite player?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
No. What
No,
you got?
Curtis, nah.
Come on, Curtis.
I had plenty. I think I gotta go with Sean Alexander, the running back from Seattle, because he inspired me to play football. I wanted to be a running back, and I like Sean Alexander. That was one of my favorite athletes at the time.
Yeah.
Some other many.
See, look, we have our favorites for a reason. I ain't about to be out here acting like I ain't rooting for Rui for the reasons I'm rooting for Rui. Okay. Why can't I? Hey, it's a reason I got caught in that trap saying Kyler Murray was better than Lamar.
See,
I let pride take control. I learned the limit. I learned the limit.
OD with it.
I learned the limit. I was like, you know what? That was too much. But I do want to see him succeed. Also, when we was making them Kyler Murray Call of Duty jokes, very interesting place for me. Okay.
Why was that an interesting place for you?
Because, man, I understood. Like, we gaming, dog. Like,
we got it. Q. We got it. We got it. We got it, bro.
Go act like.
Oh, we got it, man.
Your favorite identity, your favorite player is some kind of extension of your identity or your desires or what you would like to see in the world.
Hey, somebody said, how'd you feel about Hines Ward, Q?
That was tough.
That was a tough one for you?
I was young enough to not realize that Hines Ward was Black and Korean at the time. But now I just gotta respect the gangster. Like, like I hold no ill will towards Hines Ward. I admired Hines Ward for his strength and courage.
Hold on. They said we got another Amari Cooper. Another Amari Cooper post. Hold on. What Amari say? If he said something about the Rust. What did he say?
He said move or rust.
Move or rust. Okay.
Basically, I think he's trying to say get used or like rust away. And he wasn't getting used. I don't know. I don't feel like deciphering this shit. Yeah, he's probably saying Deshaun Watson ass in some kind of way. Do we really need Amari Cooper to say it?
It would be nice.
He gonna say it every time you see him out there running the fuck out them routes, right? Like,
it would be nice, dog. Just be like, yeah, man, he sucks. I'm glad I'm gone. No offense to Cleveland.
I promise you, I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah. We thought he was talking about. We thought he was talking about a lot of things, but it became pretty.
About the quarterback.
It became pretty clear about what he was talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, man. Will the Browns be audacious enough to drop that thank you for a tweet? That's all I want to know. Can we get the rest of the super chats?
Yeah, sure, we can. Another super chat we can look at from Ray Rags. The high school I went to is down to their third string QB, and I don't want Watson to play for them.
You shouldn't. I wouldn't allow that man around children.
We gotta go to the next.
we go into the next one. This one, they will announce Nick Chubb when he runs out on the field, and Deshaun will sneak out behind him.
Hey, they better not announce Deshaun Watson coming out of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna do all this shit for Nick Chubb. They're gonna put a video on there, play the Michael Jordan music. They put the fucking bat signal up. Everyone like, oh yeah. And then while all that's happening, Deshaun Watson gonna sneak out behind the field, behind there, and do the coin toss.
I'm like,
they ain't gonna show those single shots of that motherfucker on screen. You know, at the stadium, where they're like, y'all, get up. It's third down. Turn up. I can't hear you. You know that shit? They ain't gonna play Deshaun's. Like, get up. It's third down. Boom.
Hey, man, it's gonna be such an interesting dynamic.
I'm shocked they don't have like an advisory out that like they're gonna definitely not let you get anything that you could throw at the stadium.
Oh, there's a super chat about that too. He also replied with, y'all ready for Bottlegate 2 on Sunday?
All I'm going to say is I was talking to this with Jake Birds, and he was like, I'm afraid that's going
to happen. Hey, man. Hey, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, dog. I heard that Nathan Zagura ain't even with it no more.
He's not.
You know how bad you got to be for Nathan Zagura to be like, all right, man. Like, you know, I don't want to like shake the boat here. But I didn't see Nathan Zagura try to get us hype about Cody Kessler. And he's like, well, it is what it is, a quarterback. Like,
hey, man. This is all I'm going to say. Let him have a multi-INT game on Sunday. Somebody's going to throw something.
Could you imagine the sound when you can't run no 4th and 1 package with Jameis out there. Can you imagine that?
The cheers, the adulation, the adulation.
You're not going to get the fucking play calling. You have to go to silent count. I hope they did that, though. I hope they got the silent count in. They're going to play that. Shh. The offense is at work. Quiet while the offense. Boom! I ain't working on shit. Okay. I've been a season ticket holder 38 years.
He just have me back there next to him. Hell yeah, brother.
Hey man, every time I've been anywhere, I've noticed when they mad, they start counting out the years of patronizing your business they have done. Like that is how you can tell a customer is fed up, because they will state, I've been a customer here for 42 years, and you know you about to get the most male Karen energy you've ever got in your life if you are the poor customer service agent that is dealing with that upset customer. Tell me that ain't true. Tell me you ain't. I've worked at fast food and people told me how long they've been patronizing Wendy's. I'm like, why? This ain't a subscription service.
I would say this one specifically. Like you talking about this one specifically, right? And they're like, this is the Wendy's that you've been patronizing.
I've been coming to this Wendy's on Richmond in this for 22 years. I'm like, that sounds like a bad health decision. Like to consistently come to, like, you got a Wendy's. I ain't never ate that much fast food that I got a spot. Like people know me.
Yes.
That's wild. It's very unhealthy.
Yeah, but you can tell when they mad out there, they start, those season ticket holders start yelling the years. They've been season ticket. I'm like, oh, that's peak anger. 45 years. They start sounding like they about to give up on the marriage the way they be talking.
Man,
I've given my best life, my best years of my life to you.
Oh man,
Ain't nothing more mad than a dude in overalls at the Brown Stadium yelling about how many years they've been season ticket holders while holding like a 40 ounce. Like, in the other hand.
Man, I need this team. Oh god,
because you know what? Though? I remember going to a game when they were winless. I remember going to a game when they were winless, And like the fan base, it wasn't a lot of people there, but the people who were there were happy to be there. It was cold. I was at the game where they won against, I think, the Chargers.
I was there too.
Yeah. Shout out. It was like $4 tickets. Every broke ass motherfucker who wanted to see the Browns was there. Shout out to my boy Devro. Still owes me $20. He was at that game too. But yes, it was like you could get the lower bowl code for like $3.
Hey, peep how Q remembers that this dude owes him $20.
Oh, you don't remember who owe you money now? We gonna act like I'm petty for that.
Yeah, we do.
He's openly known he's owed me $20. Like he has not forget. He still owes me $20. Got into the phone party. I paid his way in. Right. But anyways, shout out to the homie. But yeah, it was joyful.
The shit out of this team. They will boo the shit out of this team on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And like people are like, wait till there's 2 bad plays. Do we need more evidence to boo the offense? There's not even a good look, Colb. When it was Baker about to get booed out the stadium, there were people out there willing to be like, hey, we shouldn't do that. We should start a Baker Mayfield chant to drown these guys out. We should just start Baker Mayfield at the beginning of we should just appreciate these guys. Have you heard any single motherfucker saying any of that shit?
No.
Nah, dog. There is no resistance, right? There is no resistance to the Browns fans doing this. There's nobody like, hey, don't boo. The rest of the players don't deserve it. It's like, nah, boo Deshaun.
They do deserve it. You know why they deserve it? Because they not being vocal about not wanting this shit to happen anymore. So we got to boo them too.
Bro, it's about to sound like the French Revolution in that motherfucker. It's going to be disgusting.
It's not personal, David. It's not personal, Joel. It's not personal, Miles.
Hey, get out the way. We ain't looking for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't go down with your boy.
Don't even sit next to this motherfucker on the bench. Just let us boo.
That'd be a hilarious shot if it was just like everybody was away and the shot had a bench to himself.
And you just hear the crowd. Yeah.
And don't let them lose a lot because then the player's gonna be indignant about it. Somebody gonna say some dumb shit.
Don't do it. Don't
Amen.
do it.
Amen.
Unless you gonna say something about the quarterback, just stay out the way.
Hey, somebody gonna seize power, be like, yeah, fuck him too. This is where DTR starts to coup. Like they start booing, and he goes, yeah, that's our guy. Like,
all right, we got one more super chat. How loud will the cheers be if he gets injured? All right, then.
Yeah, that's not going to be one of the prettier moments in the sports history, in the sports town's history.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't want him to get hurt.
I don't want that to happen either.
Because they gonna cheer.
They gonna cheer.
They're not just gonna cheer. They're gonna chant, "You deserve it,"
and then they're gonna chant for Jameis.
Like there is no empathy left.
No.
It's gonna get ugly. Dog, remember what people were saying week 1 about this dude's situation with 2 people passing?
Mm-hmm.
There's no empathy for him. It's gonna be so ugly. I can't believe they're just like so blind to this that they're gonna let this happen. Like,
hey man, it's going to be the most hostile environment probably in the history of Cleveland sports.
It's going to be the most hostile environment for a player on his own team we've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like, what if LeBron, like it's like LeBron returning with the Heat, but he's on the Cavs.
Yeah. For real.
I don't like, there's nothing else to compare it to. Like, who has been more hated by their own fan base?
Nobody.
Like, I'm really trying to think.
Nobody. From their own fan base? No one.
Curtis, can you think of anything?
Not off the top of my head.
It's been that bad.
Yeah, man. Good luck. God bless.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that's the logical. We got to end on a happier note than this, man. All right. Let's talk about some things that bring us joy real quick.
Man, the title is it's a negative episode.
We gotta let people
Negative
know
episode.
that this ain't gonna be what we on every week. We gonna fill you with some joy after we get past this moment. We got Evan Mobley. We gonna get our shit off about Evan Mobley being that man, right? That's gonna be fun. You got that to look forward to. I feel like Donovan Mitchell about to put up a scorcher.
Okay.
The one trade for a superstar that has worked out.
Hey, you gotta appreciate the ones that happen.
Is Q froze?
Yes.
Q froze?
Yeah. Yes, he is. He's frozen.
I gotta figure this out. And you know what else we gotta figure out?
What?
How the Guardians are gonna get to the World Series, because that's about to happen. Y'all have a great day. Now, again, my boy Shohei get in there. Hey, I mean, I got you if you're winning.
Oh, I got something positive real quick. Get ready for Shedeur Sanders, your future Browns quarterback.
All right. Well, that's
get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
That's gonna be it for Q and Colb. Sorry about that. We had to blank out some propaganda going on the show here. But y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace.